obviously, we talked a little bit about Kittle. Mitchell had a huge game, 55 yards on 5 carries, including 2 rushing TDs. Glad to see him back. Give me your thoughts on Elijah Mitchell.
Absolutely. It sucks that he's hasn't been able to stay healthy. I mean, I think if he had been healthy, he could have easily had back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons. But other than that, it's good to see him back in the fold. I think him and CMC have a great one-two punch, and I think this is going to be an offense, a rushing offense, I should say. That's definitely going to be hard to stop. And I think that's what our guys, our offensive linemen, do best. I think is run blocking and being aggressive, and we have the best blocking fullback in the league, the best blocking tight end in the league. So, yeah, I mean, it was exciting to see Mitchell back, and hopefully he can stay healthy for the playoff run because we have a stable of backs. It was good to see TDP out there, Jordan Mason get opportunities. So, the backfield is healthy right now, and it's something that as a 49er fan, the past few years, we've been grabbing, guys, free agent running backs. We've been, our running backs have always been injured. So I just feel like right now it's the perfect time. We're peaking at the right time. We're healthy, and the sky's the limit for this squad.
No doubt about it. I'm super happy with Elijah Mitchell. I think it was Ryan from No Border Sports was saying, like before the game, we chatted last week, and he was basically saying, I don't want to see McCaffrey or Debo in the game or Elijah Mitchell. And I was like, well, Elijah Mitchell's been out for a while, and Debo has never really been in shape this season, like at least not to like 2021 form.
Right.
And he said, well, Elijah Mitchell's such a fast starter. And then I kind of thought about it, I'm like, yeah, he came into that Bears game, he was kicking ass
Yeah.
right from the giddy up. And he got hurt in the first quarter, but still he started very fast in that game. And then he came, he was out for 7, 8 weeks without a first MCL. And he came back for a game or two. And that first game back, it was like he'd never left. He was
Yeah.
he was electric, running 9, 10 yards every run. I think it was the Chargers game. And then at least that's the one I remember. And then he got hurt his MCL again, and sure enough, in the Cards game, he came in and 11 yards a carry, leading rusher for that game. So I think it could be argued that maybe we didn't need to play Elijah Mitchell. I'm glad he didn't get injured. I'm
Right.
glad almost nobody did except for DFF. Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles hurt his neck. But it's kind of interesting. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think we needed any? It seemed like we needed CMC in the game.
Well, I think if you suit the guys up, I think they're going to play. They should play. I think Shanahan definitely wanted to win that game. I mean, I think this is the first time in franchise history we won 10 straight games to end the season, I believe, in 49er franchise history. The team is 13-4. That's just an incredible record. And I think Elijah Mitchell, you don't want him to be rusty going into the playoffs. I would agree with sitting CMC. I don't think we really needed CMC to play in this game against the Cardinals, but I think it was good to see Elijah Mitchell out there. And it sucks that DFF got hurt with that neck injury. I know he's one of the better special teams players in the NFL. I think he's either first or second on the team in tackles on special teams. So hopefully he'll be able to play during the playoffs. But I think we should have sat CMC, but definitely get Mitchell a few carries.
There you go. Well, it's good to disagree sometimes. I always want people to know I like want disagreement. I
Right.
love it as long as we're like respectful to each other. I think that's important. That's how I learn is, by talking to people. Like at first when I was like, oh, we need Mitchell, and Ryan was like, no, we don't. And I was like, oh, maybe we don't. And then
Yeah.
maybe next time I talk to somebody, I'll be like, I like what Jay said. I'm going to steal